I know. I'm sick of metaverse content too. Let's get back to talking about shooters. If only there were good ones to talk about. Today we're taking a look at a game called CROWZ, which I covered last year. Now, CROWZ is described as a multiplayer game where players engage in battles as mercenaries called CROWZ. To survive as a hired soldier for the powerful nations, players either compete and accomplish the missions in a squad or experience major combats between factions in disputed territories. The game, when it first was announced and shown off, reminded me of the old days of Battlefield 2 and early Squad. It was a lot more gritty, and it seemed like a more grounded in reality tactical shooter. The game just released into early access on March 28th, and it's sitting at mostly negative reviews. A complete fall from grace from the potential that we saw in those early trailers. The game has released, and it is something not even close at all to what we saw. Yet another game falling flat on its face when they actually have a market that would have been interested in the original vision. Leave a like on the video and subscribe for more FPS content. I'd be lying to myself if I said that CROWZ is a horrible game. It's really not. For a free-to-play title, they actually have quite a few features in here that a lot of, even AAA shooters aren't doing nowadays. Things like weapon and character customization, large-scale battlefields, as well as a pretty fleshed-out battle royale. I would actually go as far as to say I don't think it deserves the mostly negative tag. That being said, though, it really offers you nothing. You can get better experiences in other places. If you're looking for a large-scale conquest mode, you can play games like World War III or hell, even Battlefield 4. This game isn't doing anything to kind of break the mold and do something different. And in terms of a battle royale, I would much rather play a game like Ring of Elysium, or you also have Warzone. And I understand comparing this to the likes of Infinity Ward isn't really fair, but that being said, why would you want to spend your time in CROWZ? I feel like that's something that developers, they make games and they don't ask themselves why anybody would want to play them. CROWZ is a third-person and first-person hybrid shooter with a conquest-style mode that features quite a few different points around a map. It has a chain-breaking gameplay loop in which you can only cap certain points as you move forward, and if the enemy team goes to back-cap you, it breaks the link, which means you can't push and capture more points. It's a pretty cool back and forth. It's something that we've seen before in plenty of other titles. It has a really cool character customization system, as well as an attachment system for all of your weapons, which obviously change things like vertical and horizontal recoil. And it's actually a pretty robust system. The thing is not a lot of companies and not a lot of games offer that, but the ones that do just do it so much better. Now, I do have to mention optimization. A lot of people online are having a lot of stuttering and frame drop issues. I'm running this on like a 1% build, 12900K, 64 gigs of RAM, 3070. I'm not having any of those issues, but I don't think it would be fair to not mention the fact that a lot of these reviews are referencing optimization issues, and even people that I've talked to and played with, other YouTubers, they have confirmed that the game sometimes is just a stuttering mess. One thing I have noticed is the desync and the hit registration, as sometimes you're connecting to games and you're over 500, 600 ping, and you can feel it in the bullets. You're running around, you can see that where you're shooting, the bullets just aren't hitting. The game should not have been launched in this state, regardless if it's free to play or not. I understand an early access title, but when it becomes borderline unplayable at times, you have an issue. Personally, I think the game actually does have a lot of potential. It's just I don't think it knows what it wants to be yet. The marketing made it look like this gritty, grounded tactical shooter, and then when the game comes out, you're sprinting all over the place. It's kind of a more fast-paced environment. Even though you can play in first person, the advantage that third-person players have, you might as well just call it a third-person shooter at this point. The game could potentially turn into something in the future, but I really think it just needs to innovate as well as market the game to Western audiences. They need to get their server infrastructure under control, whether that means hosting more servers in the West to allow people to connect and have a good experience. It just is what it is. It's not bad, but it's really not that great either. It's kind of just a mediocre run-of-the-mill shooter that we've seen 1,000 times before. A lot of people compare it to PUBG and mobile games. It is what it is. I think I could jump in for like an hour a week, have a good time, and move on to other games that I take more seriously, but even at that, I just don't see myself compelled to jump in and play CROWZ, and that's really, really unfortunate. I saw the initial trailer, looked into the concept, and I actually liked what I saw. It came out and it was completely different. And even if it was a more gritty, kind of more grounded tactical shooter, I just don't think that this company would have innovated enough to make it interesting and branch out and break the mold and do something different than other shooters we would have. If they went the more tactical, gritty route, I would honestly probably just say play World War III or stick with the games that we're already playing already. And it's not like it needs to break the mold, but if you're not going to change the game and blow minds, you just need to have a solid, fun product that can keep people engaged for a long period of time, and they just didn't do that either. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Are you guys playing CROWZ? Are you not? Chances are, based on the reviews and what my community is saying in places like Discord and on Twitter, nobody's really touching the game, and it's really just unfortunate. Another one bites the dust. It is what it is. For people asking me if it's worth downloading, look, download it, play a couple of rounds, and see what you think. It's completely free. The only thing that it costs is your time, but I don't think you're going to be happy if you're fans of the same kind of games that I am. My name is Big Fry. Thank you guys for watching. Pick up a t-shirt at ttkapparel.com. We have a bunch of new spring designs in there, and the first designs are on a discount. Mouse pads are also on a discount. We have a small handful of those left, so please go check it out. Support the channel. Get yourself something physical, and shout out to every single member of the channel who supports on a monthly basis to continually push the content forward. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Stay safe. Have a good day, and I'll see you on the next one.